It's the end of 2023. What a year it's been. Probably one of the best years to date, I reckon. Yeah, I'd say that as well, actually. Yeah, so many things happened this year, and we're going to talk through our top 10 moments of this year. So let's get straight into it. So number 10 on the list is learning a double back. For not doing gymnastics for long at all, being able to do that in the space of, what, 6 to 8 months, it's quite an achievement for us. It was a goal of ours when we first started, so. All self-taught as well. It's also getting over the fear barrier of doing the double rotation. It taught me that a lot of things are just mental. If you get over the barriers, then you'll be able to do it. It was a great ending to the trip. We've done a full week of training and then managed to get our hardest skill completed on the last day. So yeah, it was a good feeling. And at number 9 is our favourite photo shoot. So we did this back in Scotland. It was a cold day. That's all I remember from that day. It was freezing. Only when we went in the water though. I felt in that photo shoot like it was the first time I really felt comfortable. In front of the camera? Yeah, and I knew what I was doing. Yeah. And that's a lot of credit to the photographer though. Julia, shout out Julia. A lot of the time it comes down to how well the communication is between the photographer and the model, because obviously they're behind the lens, they can see what it's looking like, and if they give you directions then it just make the picture a lot better. So it was a good team that day. Yeah, it's also in a couple of magazines actually. Got a few shots in the water as well. All for the money shot innit. Special mention to Reese as well. We did another photo shoot with him at sunset time. Managed to get probably one of our arguably one of our favourite shots of the year with him at sunset. He was actually the one that said to us, let's get that shot there, because he obviously knows what's happening. He also managed to capture the clip of us doing the acrobatic move, signature move. They went pretty viral on social media as well. So number 8 is filming the yoga challenge in Turkey with the Rybka twins. Yeah, that was an unreal day. A lot of the videos we film with the Rybka twins are enjoyable to do. It's always good vibes. Setting for that video was amazing as well. We had the best backdrop. Yeah, it was so quiet there as well, which is perfect for filming. We actually were supposed to film that video in Athens, but glad we didn't, because it actually turned out better in Turkey. Yeah, the spot in Athens, we weren't sure about it. It didn't really seem up to standards, so we held off, and luckily we found this great spot in Bodrum it was. That was when you learned that skill as well, was it? Tegan and I's signature move. Yeah. That was the first time we done it. I remember looking at it, and the first time I thought, we're not even going to be able to do that, but I surprised myself. Now I know we can do quite hard acro moves, so looking forward to learning more with Tegan. And at number 7 is visiting Ibiza for the first time. What a place that is. So it actually happened from the cruise ship, the collab with Virgin Voyages that we went on. July I think it was. Yeah, well we went on 2, and both times they went to Ibiza for a couple of days, so we got 4 days in total in Ibiza. Yeah. But yeah, that first time in Ibiza was crazy, iconic. Going to all the places you see on social media, it was cool to be there. It was electric. Yeah. Ushuaia and stuff when Calvin Harris was playing. Yeah, no, it was good vibes. The energy was there for sure. We're not big party animals or anything, but do enjoy having a good work-life balance. Just enjoying ourselves as well as working hard. I remember just sailing up to the dock in Ibiza, just getting an absolute buzz, and the tunes were the volume was cranked up a bit because we were entering Ibiza. Yeah. Number 6 is starting gymnastics as a hobby. We're definitely glad we started it. A lot of people say oh, you're too old to start new things and that, but this is proof for us and yous. It's never too late to start something. You hear it all the time maybe from people, but that's true though. We've made so much progress in a short space of time in that sport, and I always remember actually thinking about doing gymnastics, but we never did because we were so invested in our football career. Even when I was younger, I was thinking I want to try gymnastics, but I sort of just shied away from it when I was younger. Not many people were doing it. And it's only now that we're sort of figuring out what we actually enjoy doing. Instead of just sort of going with the crowd or doing what everyone else around you is doing. That's exactly what it is, yeah. What's going to make you happy is doing things that you want to do. If you want to try something new, go for it. Even if you do try it and you realise you don't like it, that's better than not knowing, or the what if factor, so yeah. We're trying to learn the iron cross on the rings. That's one of our goals. Yeah, we'll get there at some point. That's the good thing about gymnastics. There's always something that you can progress to, or a new skill that you can try and learn. Number 5 is our personal project we did earlier in the year. It's not completed yet though. This is a work in progress. that you guys haven't seen anything yet. We went up to the north of Scotland and the Highlands area. We went to like iconic places in Scotland, so like Glencoe. Yeah, so one of the trips was up to the Highland Club. We done a collaboration with them. We got some content up there for our personal project as well, which was sort of located at Loch Ness area. Another trip we done in Scotland was with Reese again, actually. Asked him to come and record us for this project. We got a lodge, that was a collaboration as well actually, got footage for that. But basically this project is just showcasing our vision that we have slowly becoming a reality, but it's not finished yet. So we just captured a lot of footage of us in our home sort of country, the beginning of the journey that we're about to embark on. So being amongst all of the hills and stuff up north of Scotland was good. We haven't really explored much of the country. It was good to see the scenery and the landscapes up there because it is pretty amazing. Another big part of that like personal project was trying out our drone. That's a moment in itself. Like we bought a drone for our content just to enhance it, and yeah, we got a good shot up north because there's obviously such open spaces up there. Got a lot of good drone footage. Dan's the pilot. That was the first time we sort of experimented with the drone. Yeah. Reese was flying it too. He got some good shots of us up the hills doing our acro performance videos. They're already posted on YouTube, so check them out too. The couple of trips we had in Scotland were good. It was needed for this video we're going to be posting, showcasing our vision, so yeah. Alright, so number 4 is probably just our Italy trip as a whole. We mentioned it briefly earlier on. This was where we really found the passion for calisthenics as well as gymnastics. We met a good guy called Claudio, he's from Italy. He was really good at calisthenics. It was the first time we seen the planche in person. If you don't know what the planche is, it's basically when you have your hands on the floor and your legs off the ground. You're basically holding yourself up with just your arms. Yeah, what a trip that was. It's quite a surprise, like in the top 5 there, but basically training like, you know, pro athletes that week. Yeah, it was 2 sessions a day, 3 hours each for a week, so it was intense. Our bodies were aching after it, but it was so worth it. We managed to learn loads of new skills. Eating, training and recovering 7 days like straight, but that's what we enjoy. Like, we are athletes in ourselves, we're hybrid athletes. Yeah, we love to do it. Always keeping active and doing fitness is where we're actually probably at our happiest. I think just being abroad in a new environment and training hard like that is always a sort of vision that we had for ourselves. We enjoy a lot more things in the sun, and that climate, it just matches our vibe better, I feel like. Yeah, see if we didn't start gymnastics, like we wouldn't have got that opportunity to go to Italy. That was part of the gymnastics club that we go to. Yeah. They put that trip on, so. Oh, now we're getting into the good ones. Top 3. Okay, so number 3 is the event. Yeah, this was unreal. Yeah, it was quite surreal, this one. That's why it's in the top 3. Like, we literally got a message from the organisers asking if we wanted to go to this yacht party for, you know, 1 day in Mallorca, accommodation included, that sort of thing. So flights included. Yeah, there's a group of 50 of us. It was just the calibre of people that were there too, like rubbing shoulders with like celebrities, actors, musicians, TV stars. Like, it was interesting and definitely opened my eyes of like what's actually out there and like what can be achieved and stuff. Yeah. Talking to all these people, like they're all successful, and yeah, took a lot of inspiration from that. Entrepreneurs, brand owners. So yeah, we're talking to people like that. Yeah, we get inspiration from that, but also just had a really good day in Mallorca in the sun, in the ocean. So again, it's so on brand with what we're trying to build with the Flow Twins and our own brand that we're launching soon. The luxury sort of tropical vibes, yes, it all resonates massively. So that trip and opportunity was so perfect for us, and we absolutely were not turning that one down. Very lucky as well. We definitely appreciate these opportunities. For sure, yeah. Like, we don't take it lightly. Like, this is, if we didn't start creating content back in 2020, we would never be able to experience these things, so glad we did, and yeah, it's not stopping. Yeah, we definitely appreciate all of you that are helping us out there. These top 3 moments are lifetime like memories, definitely. Okay, number 2. This is like 2 moments into one, just because it's similar. Quad biking in Santorini. I was driving the quad bike along the road, flying along. Joe's behind me with Sam. Tegan was on my quad bike. We're actually rushing back to the cruise ship because I was about to leave. I think I was just grateful in that moment, like realising how lucky we are. I really did take a moment to myself and thinking, this is unbelievable, like doing this as part of a collaboration as well. So that's interesting, we both had a thought to ourselves in that moment. Our first time riding a quad bike as well.
Yeah, we
which added to that.
got used to it quite quickly.
Even though we were driving on the other side of the road, but we managed.
This man pulled out on the wrong side of the road.
Nah, we only talk about that. Yeah, the boat in Mykonos was definitely like another moment. I always thought like, oh, being able to rent out a boat and just having good people around you is just one of the things that I've always wanted to do. And to do it in Mykonos with the twins was just another great moment. I love just diving off a boat as well. Again, it's so on brand and the lifestyle that we love to live.
I've always sort of envisioned that as well. Manifestation is real, and
Yeah.
I've had visions of these events, these opportunities in my mind for a couple of years. Genuinely. That's down to us and what we have in our mind and how we action things.
I'm definitely the same. Like, I have visions and manifestation thoughts like of what I want to achieve and what I want to do, and you know, you put work into it actively and you're going to get there. It's definitely a real thing. So
you've got to be ambitious, but you've also got to work hard and just keep your doors open, because you never know what can happen from certain situations.
Number one, it's not happened yet, which is interesting, but it's going to be the New Year's Eve fireworks at Sydney Harbour. So this was the moment that we were sort of striving towards to happen this year, and we've managed to do it.
Last New Year we both knew and we both spoke to each other like, we're not going to be in Scotland for next New Year, and you know, we worked towards things and we've made it happen. You know, we're in Australia just now.
The fireworks at Sydney Harbour is going to be that moment where we realise we've managed to do it.
I think it all just sums up our whole year and what we're striving towards and this sort of travel lifestyle. Because I remember last New Year,
We weren't really that happy with where we were. We have big visions for where we want to be in the years to come.
talking about these moments has gave us time to sit down and reflect and admire what we've done. And yeah, just be thankful for it, because
We don't actually do that often enough, I feel
No.
like, but it's a good time to sort of round it all up and look back at the year. It's also made us even hungrier for like the next year to like go bigger and better. Levels to this game, you know. There's always better things you can do or more things you can achieve, so never stop setting goals. I think that's an important thing as well. Like, you've got to have things to strive towards.
so grateful for all the opportunities that have came our way this year.
And it but just,
Yeah. Well, talk about the boat.
oh yeah. Yeah, excited for what 2024. Wait, what year is this? These flies, man.
There's a spider right next to me here, but we're dealing with it. We're in Australia.
I'm natural, baby.